Let's make dulce de leche cortada. In a large saucepan on your stovetop, you want to go ahead and add half a gallon of whole milk. I prefer using whole milk. If you want to double up on the recipe, you certainly could. You could go ahead and use a gallon, but do keep in mind that you're going to need a larger saucepan. You want to set your heat to medium and bring this to a slow boil. Like always, if you're boiling milk, do be careful, keep your eye on it so that it doesn't boil over and burn and make a huge mess. Now, the moment that your milk comes to a boil, you're going to want to add in the juice of 2 limes and you want to turn your heat down. Don't mix this, don't stir this, don't touch it. Just leave it alone, turn the heat down. This is when the milk is splitting and separating and the large curds are starting to form. So you don't want to mix this and you don't want to break up any of those curds. Now to this, you're going to add 2 cinnamon sticks, a few lime peels, and 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. And you will notice that I'm adding the granulated sugar in slowly because, again, I don't want any of my curds to break up. Once you add your sugar in, you can slowly start to mix this and incorporate it. Try to go around the curds and try to mix it up. And as this boils again, that sugar will start to dissolve and it will all incorporate. You want to bring this back to a low boil and let it simmer on low heat for about 45 minutes. This is going to reduce all the way down and you're going to see it start turning from this white pale color to a golden brown. Do keep in mind that the entire time you want to have your heat on a low heat, just at a low simmer, low boil. If you have this at a very high temperature and a very high boil, you're going to caramelize this sugar. I'm speaking from experience. You definitely do not want to turn this into a candy. You will not be able to sink your spoon into this. So keep your heat low and slow the whole way through. You can see here how the curds had formed, and as this went reducing and boiling down, you could see the curds more clearly. Again, here you see on my gas stove, I kept it between a 2 and a 3 the whole time, and then close to the end, I brought it down to a 1. At this point, once it had reduced significantly, I went ahead and took out the cinnamon sticks and the lime peels. And you can see how it was already starting to turn into this more golden color. And any little bits that you see floating around in there are just from the cinnamon stick. At this point, my dulce de leche was almost done. You can see how it's starting to turn into that golden yellow color. And then here, this is where I brought my heat down to a 1 and I just let it hang out because I did not want this to turn into a caramelo. Once it looked like this, I went ahead and turned my heat off and then I transferred it to a glass container. I did let it completely cool before covering it and refrigerating it overnight. This is how it turned out, guys. Please let me know if you make this. Please let me know if you give it a try. I hope you guys enjoy. Besitos.